You know what it's like. You want to be your best for your kids, you know? Like, even though that feels kind of strange to be nervous for a 10-year-old watching, like, yeah, if I could pick one show that I look like an absolute god on stage, that's the show.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
I love this place. The door opens and someone like Louis Tomlinson walks in like, whoa, this is nice.
Hello.
Welcome to the day. Welcome to the show.
Nice to see you again. Are you okay?
It was nice to see you. We're okay. You know, we're getting ready for the big storm, Louis.
Yeah, I've heard about that. It's all the rage, isn't it? All the talk around here.
I know you have a big show tonight here in New York City to celebrate the album, but your flight tomorrow at 6 p.m., that's going to be, you're kicking it close.
Yeah, that's one way of announcing it to the fans, yeah. Looks like we might have to change that flight.
It's all top secret. Hey, but wait, so do you have to be somewhere?
Sorry, I was enjoying watching you squirm a little bit there.
I'm not squirming. Am I squirming?
There was a squirm.
A little squirm.
Yeah.
Hey, so you got to get out of town tomorrow night at some time, maybe like 4 or 3.
Nice.
Maybe 9 or 10.
There we go. Yeah, who knows?
And flights are never on time anyway.
There you go. Yeah.
So you need to be somewhere Sunday.
Yes.
Okay.
What day is it today? Friday. Yes. Okay.
But you're leaving on Saturday. You need to be there Sunday. But what if you can't? What if you're stuck in New York City? What if you're stranded?
That wouldn't be ideal. I've got like a fan event and got some signings over the week, so could definitely do with getting back.
I know, but Mother Nature is bigger than us.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I could get everyone on Zoom and I'll just sign them. You know, we can all watch it.
You make it work, Louie.
There we go.
You're going to be fine. I predict great things. If you need to use the plane, borrow the plane, let me know. I got the plane.
I definitely do now. Yeah.
All right, I got a plane.
That would be great.
I got a plane.
Great.
It has United written on it.
Okay, right.
Is that something that you actually have to pay attention to, though? Like not accidentally mentioning where you're going to be at a certain time because people will appear?
1,000%, yeah. Since I've been 18 years old, definitely. I think. I'm lucky enough to have a fan base that love all the finer details, and that kind of stretches to even things like this, you know?
Well, some people are more eager than others to be close and touch you.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, there's one person in this room that is that person. Can you guess who it might be?
Is it you, Elvis?
Well, I already touched you earlier.
Okay.
Abby.
But like respectfully.
Okay, no.
Respectfully, yeah. That's very sweet of you, Abby. Thanks.
Abby, come here. She's trying to get some video going here.
Yeah.
By the way, we're live on Instagram. That's what Abby's doing.
On Z100 Instagram.
At Z100 New York.
At Z100 New York. Now,
Yes.
so she walked in and said, I got to meet Louis.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Big day.
So are you one of the people that should not be told what time his plane?
No,
plane takes off?
never. I would never cross that line, but
What line would you cross with Louis?
that's a good question. None that are bad. None that are bad.
Okay.
No lines are crossed. You're
Okay.
good.
Happy days.
Okay. All right, go back there.
All right, thank you.
Stay away.
No, but like that level of fandom has to be wild because I read, and I need to know if it's true, that you actually lost part of your hearing because the fans screamed so loud for such a long time.
Do you know, I thought I did for ages because I only ever used to have one, you know, my in-ear monitors that singers wear on stage. I only ever used to have one, so the crowd was coming all in the other ear, and I didn't. I think I had my ears checked a couple of times, but no, I was actually fine.
So which is the good ear?
I think they're both good, to be fair. I think I was just...
I always think I'm losing my hearing because we wear these headphones for so many years. But the same thing, I went in and he said, you're fine.
Do you know what? This is a good chat, guys.
There's a pile of delusional people.
Okay, well, we're just trying to get that out of the way because this is the important stuff.
Come on,
Yeah, of course.
Now we're talking about that silly old album. Of course, how did I get here? I love it. I love it when artists come to New York City on album release day. You visit our best friend Jimmy Fallon down the street. That's a lot of fun to be on that show, isn't it?
It's intense though. It's like nerve wracking. I do like those kind of like the TV is like it's a bit jittery, you know. Like I've got the show later on, and that I'll be nervous, but it's a different thing doing TV. It's just a different thing. But it was good. It was a great performance. It was a good interview. He's always lovely. So
it's a great show to be on. The times I've been on,
ultimate, you know.
There's that moment when you're standing at the curtain, right, and the guy's hand is on the curtain. You hear the band on the other side, and you hear Louis Tomlinson, and then he opens that curtain, and then your heart kind of comes up. You vomit up your heart. But then it's good because he's such a great guy.
Yeah, he's
a fan of yours. You could tell. So that's good. You only be interviewed by your fans. That's why I'm glad you're here with us.
Nice.
All right. Let's talk about the album. What's remarkable about this album, if you haven't heard the story, Louis started recording this, of course, in the countryside in the UK and England. and then ended up in Costa Rica for almost a month, like 3 weeks to a month. Costa Rica. Why did you decide it was so important to be in the jungle, basically, where with an incredible surrounding with the environment the way it is there?
It's been a dream of mine for a while to write and record the record in, a place that felt like paradise, that was really beautiful and also looked very different to home. I think still in the back of my mind, I was wondering if that would actually do anything. Or if that was it. Absolutely, definitely. I can definitely hear it and feel it in the record. You don't write a record that sunny if you write it all in England, that's for sure. And yeah, I think the album definitely has a feeling of like because where we were in Santa Teresa, it's like in Costa Rica, it's like a really slow pace, a really good place to kind of make the record away from all the madness,
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Away from the static. It is a beautiful country.
Beautiful, man.
Costa Rica is one of those places you visit, you go, God, I could live here. Probably.
Definitely, you're right. Yeah, definitely.
Right. So what do we hear? What do you hear on the album that we should listen for that would say to us, okay, that is inspired by Costa Rica?
Interestingly, Sunflowers was written in England, but kind of longing for Costa Rica and longing for the sun and that kind of feeling. That was the last writing trip that we went on before we went to Costa Rica. And I struggled with that writing trip because my head was half in Costa Rica. I was really excited for that. I think that the thing that I'm most proud of with this record is I had a vision for it. And going to a place like Costa Rica was a bit of a dream, and I was hoping that all the stars were going to align and the record was going to feel how I wanted it to feel. And yeah, I feel like we got there, definitely. So I'm really thankful also to the people that have lent their genius for this record, the writers and the producer. I feel very lucky to be able to work with that kind of caliber of person for sure.
Excellent.
So as you're writing this album, you're writing about some happy things, some things that have been a struggle over the past few years, and now you release it and you are going to be performing it. Do you relive all of these things, or has writing it and releasing it allowed you to let it go?
That's a good question. Kind of a combination of the two, really. I think definitely the first time you perform a song, it feels a little bit more in the lyric. It will feel a bit more literal, and then it kind of takes on its own life once you're used to performing it. But definitely, the more emotionally heavy ones, the first couple of times you perform them, you can definitely feel that. Yeah.
By the way, if you're just turning us on, Louis Tomlinson is here. How Did I Get Here, of course, is the album. Of course, the question asked in the title of this album kind of helps you get to what the album could be about.
Yes.
and of course, the album was released, and I think, not the album was just released. The single Lemonade, actually, was released in September of last year, right? And then, the album was brewing for a while, then you released that. Typically how these albums come out, but sometimes people just wake up one morning and go, boop, and they hit an album or a song your way. So today, Harry Styles, we're playing that this morning. You had no idea this was coming out.
I didn't actually. No. I found out a couple of days ago. Yeah.
Well,
What about these Easter eggs? I feel like Taylor's like the queen of dropping the Easter eggs, right? And I think you dropped a couple of Easter eggs about this album. Now, do you come up with that stuff yourself, or does your team get involved?
It's a combination. I can't take all the credit myself, obviously, but it's a combination. And those things I've always been really interested in, because as a fan myself, I can imagine being involved in those kind of things are exciting. And for me, it's always about pushing community. So people working together. That's something really beautiful about the fan base. And yeah, along the way with these little Easter eggs, fans had to work together to find some coordinates to get the name of the record. And yeah, I love those little moments because it gives people an excuse to kind of work together. It's sweet.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I truly believe the way you do it is the way to do it. Drop some Easter eggs, give them an early single, and ease us into it. Not just like kick us upside the head with some surprise album.
But they work together too much, they figure out which flight he's on, and then that's a problem.
Yep,
Okay.
yeah.
By the way, I hear now he's leaving next Thursday.
Okay.
We moved, so,
Nice.
So don't get all
Wait, can I ask something
crazy.
about your son?
Please.
So your son's going to be 10, right? So
Oh my
10,
God!
yeah,
I remember
he
when he
is.
was born.
isn't that crazy? So you were saying that when your son comes to the shows, which I know he comes to a lot, those are the ones that make you the most nervous. Why?
Because
Is he critical of your work?
no, he's not. He's not.
I had
Honestly,
some notes.
I could do anything, and he'd be really proud. He's really sweet like that. But I just, you know what it's like. You want to be at your best for your kids. Like even though that feels kind of strange to be nervous for a 10-year-old watching, like. yeah, if I could pick one show that I look like an absolute god on stage, that's the show.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Is he at the age where he can understand and appreciate it and maybe uses "Do you know who my dad is" as a flex, or is he still just like, "Oh my God, what are you
If he
doing?"
ever dropped that line, he would know that I would not be happy about
Yeah.
that.
Why not? What's the problem with
I
that
don't
being
like,
proud
I don't
of
like
dad?
those kind of flexes, but he's starting to get a little bit more aware of it. But there's still a little bit of naivety, still, which is nice, kind of sweet.
And you're still dad. So at the end of the day, it's like, Dad, don't embarrass me. Dad, you're a geek. Dad, you're not cool. You're still the dad.
Yeah, less of the not cool, but I hear you. Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting text message that just came through.
Okay.
My husband met Louis in the elevator this morning, not realizing who he was until the elevator opened and a bunch of girls were waiting for him. My husband is Irish, construction worker, so you remember. I guess you met some guy from Ireland earlier. I don't know, with a bunch of girls and Irish guys. I don't know.
I don't remember that.
Well,
and I would, with it being this morning. Any recollection? No.
Listen to that. People are loving you. The album just dropped, by the way, and it's so important to get it now. Make sure you hear the whole thing now. Get it over with. Be used to it. Have it on in the background. See, so with the storm coming, this is one of the things I will be doing. I'll be eating, taking a lot of edibles,
Nice.
drinking some wine, and I'll have nothing but music on. I'm not going to watch TV a lot.
Sounds like bliss.
I can't wait to hear the whole album. I haven't heard the whole thing yet. Ready to go.
I saw that it was one of the 6 albums you must listen to this week.
I like that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I like that.
What were the other 5? No, that doesn't matter.
I was going to say, I think one of them might have been Victoria Beckham, which I didn't even know that she came out with music recently. But yeah, he was on the 6.
And there's a lot of versions of the album, right? Like if Target
Not
has this
too many. Not too many. Because I will say, these days there is too many versions for sure. Like I'm always a little bit conflicted there. I know that my fans, they do like those kind of bonus editions, the different editions, and obviously we put different songs on there, exclusive songs. But I think there's a level of responsibility with those ideas, definitely, because I'm lucky enough to have a fan base that will buy those things. So I think there's a limit to those ideas. We've got a few different versions, but we've not quite got the 10, 12, 14 that sometimes they do in pop these days.
Thank you.
I love you. You keep thinking from the perspective of a fan.
Honestly, always. And that's not me trying to be cliche or trying to be a nice guy like that. Because I think it's because, I grew up in a place in the north of England where, going to music and going to gigs, these things are expensive, So it's something that you've always got to be aware of course.
Right. Hey, so your album, this is your sound, this is your imprint, this is your tattoo on the world of music.
Nice.
Which was permanently there. So when it comes to deciding the songs that will be on the album, because I'm assuming, as usual, you recorded songs that did not make it on the album.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't they? And who was it? Is there someone else making these decisions, like tell you really should put this on there? You're like, oh, God.
No, I'm not very good at listening to other people, to be honest.
The two of you have that in common.
Yeah, right, nice.
Yeah,
Did you say something?
I did.
Listen, I'll always take opinion, of course. But I had a clear vision for this record, and I think the more that you write, the more that you realize what the potential record needs. And there's songs like "Dark to Light" that's slightly more intimate and like honest moment that we didn't really have. So as you're writing, you can kind of see the gaps of maybe what the record needs. But there's always songs that have that are sentimental to you that don't make the record.
Right.
But I
want to hear that album.
Yeah.
I want to hear the Rejects album.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there's
No,
a reason.
seriously.
There's a reason they were rejected. Although, I mean, it's subjective, right?
But that's what makes it interesting. There's a reason this song would. So I could hear one song and go, oh my God, Louis, I see why you didn't put that on the first album, because that's very, very personal. And then you hear another song, like, ugh, that's a bad song. It shouldn't be on. No. But I'm just wondering, like, is there someone at the companies that say you really, really should go with this? This is the song. And at that point, you're like, I liked it till you liked it. Now I don't want to put it on there. Like,
it's funny you say that.
belligerence.
There is a few heads actually that are around me that, if they say they like it, I'm thinking, oh, okay, so it's not that great.
Name names.
No chance. No
When
chance.
you're out on tour, you always sing some One Direction songs.
I do, yeah.
How do you decide which ones you're going to perform, and is it only the ones that you wrote?
Well, actually, it's funny you say that because 9 times out of 10 it is the ones that I wrote. Occasionally, I will do something else, but I often pick from that list. But also, it's a fun thing to do, trying to find things that kind of like reinvent the songs, especially on like a production level, and try and make them fit with the rest of the set. So like we took Night Changes and gave that a slightly different look. It's a little bit more up tempo, a bit more of like a indie guitar driven version. So those things are always kind of exciting for me. But I mean, it's a combination between songs that I wrote, songs that were the biggest, and that songs that don't have crazy raunchy lyrics, because there's a few of those.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
I know, yeah.
I'm about to play you a song off the album in just a couple of seconds. This album, though, I want everyone to like take a dip, get in there, take a swim, and how did I get here? It's very important. And hearing the stories from Louis, it'll make the album sound totally different than. Let's say you've heard it already. The songs will sound different now that you've heard him talk about it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I love interviews. We get to know the person and not only why they wrote the music, how they wrote the music, or why they chose the songs, and then the songs are totally different. That's like, so. In other words, we're getting to know you a little more, and you're not creeped out by that.
That's been the story of my life, to be fair, since I've
Right.
been a young lad, you know.
Well, so
Oh, there we go. He saw the Look at that! Look at that! Yeah.
What did I mean? What are you doing behind my back?
Story of my life.
Yeah.
Oh, I see
There
what
we
you did there.
go. Come on, lad. It was one of our biggest songs. You didn't even know what it was.
No, I didn't hear him say it.
You must have played that plenty back in the day.
No. I
He's
heard
forgot it already. He's
I
forgot
heard
it already.
We played it here on our show
Yeah.
yesterday. So
Okay,
no.
nice.
So okay, weird business question. So you're not One Direction, you are Louis Tomlinson. So if you go out on the Louis Tomlinson concert and you sing a One Direction song, do you have to write a check to someone? Who pays for that? I mean, if you're on the writing credit, can you legally just sing it? And how does that work?
There's a royalty to that, yeah. But I mean, when I wrote on it as well, I'm in the royalty group, you know. So that suits.
So the more you sing it, the more money you make from you.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
This is a racket.
You're
man.
understanding the model, yeah.
Well, I have another weird business question.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you gear up for these, the release of your album and the tour and all of that, we always make jokes that typically when something like this happens, you'll all of a sudden see the person who's releasing the album save a baby from,
Yeah.
Right.
getting
You
hit
mean
by
the
a
great
car.
PR spin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have
yes.
you been ever pitched ridiculous PR ideas before the album comes out?
Not really.
Well,
Not
we've got ideas.
really.
We've got ideas.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We've got a baby we'd like you to say.
Okay.
What if I just clutched my heart and started going into a heart attack right now?
Okay.
You come over, you give me CPR, like pumping on my chest. You bring me back to life. Good God, man! It's day number 2 of album release. This is gold for you.
That could be good. That
It
could
would've
be
been
good.
better
We'll get it
had
on
you not said it.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could just get an inch from death, we could sell a lot of albums.
Yeah.
Wait, so you said not really, but does that mean maybe kind of sometimes they pitch you some weird things?
I was just thinking, surely across over the years there must have been a few things that were crazily suggested, but not really. I mean, I think we've always, even back to the band, we've always strived for authenticity, and also especially when you've got a fan base, as I said, that is willing to listen and see the finer details. You can't get away with bullshit anyway. Is it too early for that word? Or?
Can we say that word? I don't know.
Right. Okay. There we go. Nice.
We just had to dump a dirty word.
But now we have behind the scenes clips.
I gotta tell you.
Yes, okay, nice.
So this is the dump button. You're
Okay.
familiar with that. So if you say BS like you just did, but
Wait, I should have done that when you leaked me flight. I should have been done when you...
It's too late. We've had guests here that have been so foul. They say something, they'll reach over and push it themselves. Oh, there I said.
Okay.
I said the F word. Boom. I'm like, no, we haven't gone that far. All right, look, the album, of course, How Did I Get Here? Louis Tomlinson will be at Racket tonight here in New York City. 600 people, a good club gig.
It'd be great. I'm
So
excited.
this is like, this is the Boxing Day. It's like the gifts are out.
Yeah.
You know what it is. We're all celebrating together. Tonight's show is going to be very, very special for you here in the frigid temperatures of New York City.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm really excited. Those kind of gigs, those club gigs are always really, really fun. But like you say, it is like Boxing Day, actually. It is. It's a pure celebration. There's been a lot of kind of pressure and a lot of anticipation leading up to this, and tonight will just be a celebration, definitely.
Well, get out of here. You got work to do. Catch that flight.
All right.
But I want to play a song, though.
All right.
I'm going to play Imposter, I think. Sure. Can I play that?
Yeah, you can play Imposter.
All right. Do I have to write a check? Do I have to
At some point, yeah.
He's got us by the short and curlies. All right. Louis, thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to do 2. I'm going to play Imposter, and then I'm going to come back and play Story of My Life, because you've been You're one of the
Because he's
riders.
forgot it and needs to listen to it again.
You
Yeah.
are officially one of the riders, so you will get money from all of the above.
Yes,
You should be thanking us for making you so wealthy.
Thank you.
All right.
What would I do without you guys?
This is awesome. Louis Tomlinson, thanks
Thank
for
you
coming in.
very much.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.